You can grow any small account trading Boom and Crash if you know these three hacks. Growing and making money with a small account when you trade Boom and Crash is very simple and straightforward. But first, you need to know these three hacks that I'm about to talk about. If you don't know how to do what I'm about to talk about in this video, you just end up losing your money and trading funds completely. And we don't want that, do we? So make sure to watch this entire video so you can learn what to do. I remember years ago when I was trying to grow small accounts, because I used to see other traders do this, where they take an account, let's say they take a $10 account and they make $1,000. So I remember when a long time ago I was trying to do the same thing. So I would fund my account, I would fund with a $10 account and I would try to grow it. I wasn't even trying to make like $1,000. I was like, oh, if they can make $1,000, I just want to be able to make even 200, $300, right? Like, of course, if they can make 1,000, I probably can make that. But the thing that I found is that I was just blowing the small accounts. Like, I continuously just used to blow the small accounts. And I would go on Instagram, on Facebook, and I would wonder, like, how are these people actually doing this? How are they actually taking these small accounts and making big money? Because some people would even do it with $5 and they turn it into $500. But when I go and try it, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. I'd go get the same thing they said that they are using. I would pay for that to get the same thing that they said they are using to grow that, and I still wouldn't make that money that I saw other traders making. And it was frustrating because I was thinking there was something wrong with me. I was thinking that there was something wrong with the way I was doing it. That's the first thing that I thought. I thought to myself, okay, there must be something definitely wrong with the way I'm doing it. It's only until, because the way I usually do things is that if I want to master something, I get very obsessive about it. I would live, I would do everything possible to learn and master that thing. And to cut the story short, what happened was I made a decision to master Boom and Crash, and then I discovered that there's certain things that Boom and Crash obeys through years and years of practice and hours of practice. I discovered that there's actually certain things that Boom and Crash obeys, and I started trading by these things. I started trading using these rules that Boom and Crash obeys. And I remember the first time I was able to grow a small account and actually not blow it. Remember, I took a $20 account and I took it to $34. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, that doesn't seem like much. But that showed me that what I was using, the rules that I was following, were actually working. And I ended up turning that into an entire strategy. But I'm going to talk about the things that I actually saw, which took me to another level, to the point where I was able to make my first $1,000, and after that it was game over. So I was really excited when I made my first, when I was able to grow that account from 20 to $34, because it showed me that the concept worked. And I'm going to tell you what those things that I discovered were and how you can start to grow your small account to the size that you want it to be at. Let's get into that. So the first hack to growing your small account is your lot size needs to match your account size. Now, one of the reasons why I used to not be able, and I'm sure you can resonate with this, you're not able to grow small accounts the way you see other people doing it, is because you're using exaggerated lot sizes that don't match your account size. The best example I can give of this is you will not try to fit 50 liters of water into a 2-liter container. It just won't fit. That's the same way when you're using a big lot size for a very small account. You're trying to fit something that can't fit, right? So what's going to end up happening? That thing will break. And what's breaking here? It is your small account. It is your 20, 30, $50 going to the broker, right? So we have to make sure that you want to make sure that the lot size that you're using matches your account size. All right, you don't have to actually use exaggerated lot sizes. What you want to aim for is to compound the money. So even if you're using a smaller lot size, what you want is to consistently compound that money that you're making. And as your account grows, then you start to increase the lot size, right? You don't try to increase the lot size when your account is small. So make sure you're using a lot size that is proportionate to your account size. The second hack, and this is going to seem trivial or simple, is write down your trading plan before you start trading. Actually write down your trading plan before you actually start doing the trading. Now, this can seem like a really simple thing, but what this does is that it gives you mental clarity. It gives you, your mind is clear. And when we're trading with our minds, our brains. So when we write down the strategy to say, okay, I'm going to TP here, I'm going to sell this here, this is when I'm going to withdraw, all those things, when we actually write them down, our minds are clear and they know what to do. So when that time comes, we're not wondering, should I close? Should I open my tray? What should I do? Should I hold? But I think it's going to go in deeper profits, or maybe it's going to reverse. We don't do that when we've written down a plan. We just have to follow our plan. So I'm sure you've got a good trading plan that's in your mind, but you've never written it down. You just say to yourself like, oh, I know it, it's in my head, I'll follow it. No, actually write it down and see the difference that this will make. These are things that I actually did. When you write it down, you gain that mental clarity that you need. So write down that trading plan on a piece of paper and get your mind clear. Now, if you're struggling with coming up with a trading plan that actually works, then you need the Bulletproof Risk Management Guide. People pay up to $300 to get access to a package that has this risk management guide, but I know you need help, so I'm going to send it to you for free. All you have to do is go in the description below. There you find a link that will take you to my WhatsApp. Click that link. Tell me I need the risk management guide, and I'll send it to you for free so you can actually come up with a trading plan that actually works. Hack number 3 of growing your small account with Boom&crash is trade spikes. Trade the spikes according to the trend. So which means is that, for example, when you see on a higher time frame like your H1, that crash, let's say for example crash 500 is in a downtrend, then you want to catch spikes, right? Then you want to catch spikes on your lower time frame, right? And I've talked about this also in my other videos. You want to catch spikes according to the trend. So for example, for boom pairs, when you see that a boom pair, let's say boom 500 is in an uptrend, that's when you want to catch spikes. So for example, you go to your H1 and you see that it's actually in an uptrend, right? Then you want to catch spikes using whatever strategy that you're currently using on your M1 or your M5 time frame. All right, and the reason why you want to catch spikes is because you're trading with a small account. Remember that, right? Remember that. So you want to protect that small account by managing your risk. Another reason why you want to get that bulletproof risk management. So you want to manage your risk. And if you're trading against spikes, it's very difficult to manage your risk because the spikes can easily blow your account. So you want to trade with the spikes and catch them and make profits from that. And that way you actually be able to grow your account and make money, right? So you can trade against spikes, but for that you need to use a different method. And that's not going to work really well for you, that method, if you've got a small account. So if you've got a small account, you want to trade spikes. Now someone might say, well, I can actually trade against spikes and I think I'll be able to grow my account. Now you need to think about this. If you're going to trade against spikes today, but tomorrow you're going to blow all that money. Let's say for example you take $50, right? And you make, let's say, $200. But then again tomorrow you lose all that. You didn't do anything. you actually didn't do anything. So you need to start thinking more of long term. How much is trading making for you in a month? How much is trading making for you in 3 months, in 6 months, in a year? How much money is it actually bringing in? It's not about you make money today, then you give it all away to the broker and you say, well, I was able to make the money. No, it's is it being able to bring your money in consistently, because trading is actually a business. It's not gambling. So you want to trade the spikes according to the trend. You want to trade spikes according to the trend and manage your risk. So make sure not to forget to get that bulletproof risk management guide. And if you want to know another way to manage your risk is by reducing your lot size. So the next thing you want to do is watch this video that's appearing on your screen, which will show you how you can reduce your lot size to 0.10 when trading boom and crash. And I will see you there.